Thinah is back in the news. Now, you guys know Thinah is one of those he's one of those people that we'll talk about even long after should he decide to no longer be in the limelight. Likely to keep talking about it. We've so too many examples from him. Thinah had a television show, and there's a new article that was written under the Daily Sun. I wanted us to go through. To read the rest of the article, you'll have to go back to the Daily Sun to check that particular article out. Is there consequences for having people insulting God on a show, on your show, and you are trying? Let's go and see. Is there consequences? I haven't read the article. We're just gonna read. So I hope he's not out there busy pointing fingers at us, because you know what the mandams be doing. The mandams go do something. Turn around, look at us and say, hey, these people are the reason why I had this sexuality show. Daily Christian commentary videos, other episodes done today, they'll be down in the pinned comments. And so, according to this article, the Daily Sun reports, headline, no more reality TV show for gospel star. Oh, you don't say. I wonder why. I just wonder why. Nothing big. They have the mandem there. They say, Thinah Zungu's life back on track after a reality show nearly destroyed his gospel career. You don't say. Oh, you had a TV show with, I don't know if it was him, they were co-editors or co-producers and so forth, and you guys had insults on God on your TV show, which is supposed to be, oh, you didn't even defend it. Oh, you're trying to create this friendship between your preacher friend and Esangoma, whom he says no to, and then you along the show you are there saying, oh, I don't know, I'm starting to see Hitler as not a good person. Oh wait, what? You just starting? I'm not laughing at the ruin of a career. No. I'm laughing at the fact that, wait, you didn't think that? Oh, there's no consequences with human dams. Oh. Back to the article. That says the hitmaker has bounced back from a shocking backlash he faced in 2025 after that particular TV show, where he appeared with a popular Inyanga, Dr. Ketlelezi. It was all... Okay, wait. Pause. They are quoting. Quote. What's the quote again? It was all the plan of God to happen in the way my life is back on track. 3-year-old from Anand told Daily Sun. So wait, what was the plan of God? For you to have someone there insulting? I'm just trying to understand. Your life being on track, that's one thing. So what was... Y'all are funny, man. Thinah, who was the first gospel artist to have his own reality TV show. Oh yeah, you broke a record, my G. You broke a record. Faced isolation from churches, cancelled gigs, accusation of using... Oh, Yeah, you claimed that people should not have any judgments, but they were very unbiblical things. We documented those. The videos might not be there now. Mzansi Magic be very hectic on that copy height. And so there were things that you said that were very unbiblical, and you wonder why churches cancelled. You claim that people are judgmental when it comes to your relationship with you in the show. That's something. It's something else. He faced isolation. It was the first time he had gigs cancelled. Found himself not busy during the Easter week. Oh yeah, that's when your show was playing. Oh, I hope that made you money. People be like, nope, we ain't doing that. The show, which was meant to elevate him, nearly ended his music career instead. And then people will turn around and say, church people are too. No, we have standards. We have biblical truth standards. You don't change the truth and then want us to fold. I don't know what is it with people wanting to be unbiblical and then want us to be on. Yeah, you go, girl. You go, boy. Who do you represent? Let's get back to the article. But the gospel star said that the difficulty experience taught him a valuable lesson about faith and depending on God. One thing that I learned, I think God wanted me to learn, was to depend on Him. As many people distance themselves from me, they should get close. When you're being unbiblical, like if people distance themselves at a point of being unbiblical, that's the right thing to do, because them being next to you affirms your errors. So they distance themselves. Now, if people are distancing themselves not because of error, that's a period thing. You could claim that God wants you to learn a lesson, but if they're distancing themselves because of error, you guys to sort that error out. Okay, God wanted people to as people distance themselves. That is where I got a chance to depend on God, because I knew that He is the only one who knows me and who knows what I meant. Okay. I wanted to show the goodness of God with the show, because I believe that my life is a testimony of many things that I have achieved. Yeah. But then you have other people. You could have done that. And if you go back to the episodes where I reviewed this show, there was an episode where I said, I think it was episode 2, after I saw the first one, I was like, I'm not reviewing this stuff. There was an episode where I said, Thinah could have done that. Thinah could have just shown his family life. That's it. That was poetry enough. The talks between the older sister, the younger one, and what that whole thing was a show by itself. That was a show by itself. But when you put people who are insulting God in the show, and you're trying to create a friendship in your show, which is part of the plot, it's part of the first episode, you cannot wonder why. Okay, you wanted people to see that what he has achieved in his life. I learned a lot about depending on God alone. Yeah, let's not emphasize that too long. Yes, there was an error. Okay. Alone, I'm continuing with my journey and not putting my trust on people. They showed that they are with me in certain times, and in other times they dumped it. Okay, he's not learning the lesson. Thinah said that he doesn't hold grudges against those who left him during this difficult time. We're not learning the lesson. Do you know how much of a disservice that is? To yourself. It's a disservice to yourself when you refuse to learn the lesson that you... Okay, continue. Right. He says, as Mzansi eagerly awaits a second season, Thinah has made it clear that no more reality show for him. I think, wait, what is my thing? Okay, I think I'm tired. I think I tried. Remember, I was the first of its kind. There's been other people. Okay, it was time for me to try something new, but after what happened, I'm not have any interest anymore. Yeah, there was a right way of doing it. Trying to press our buttons is definitely not the way. And also, you'll remember I mentioned this when Thinah had the movie role, the TV show role. I don't know what that thing was, where he was supposedly acting, and there was a thingy. Spa has a show. We haven't had funny things about him. There are certain things that you should just draw the line, like, hey, we're not crossing this line. But hey, who am I to say? So I got interested because I was approached and I wanted to try, but now I'm not interested anymore, since that is the lesson that he has learned. We are recovering from this hard time. The lesson is the most important thing. You see, difficulty, you see, when you see difficulty, there's a lesson. The lesson is the most important. There is no lesson here. Saying that, okay, God wanted me to trust on him. Yeah, that's from the beginning. But there is a lesson in this here. When people distance themselves, there's a lesson there. Guys, please stop this. You know what? People are going to be what they want. End of the day, if you go through a difficult time, and at the end of it, you expect people to just be there, and you don't come out with a lesson, you've done yourself a disservice. You have done yourself a disservice, because the lesson is the most important part out of the whole thing. If you come out, you see, they did this, they did this, they did this, yeah, but you did what? Because I don't see you there. I see the fingers, but I don't see you. That is the worst way of dealing with difficulty. And nowadays, Christians, especially celebrities, they're always like this. You're doing yourself a disservice. Let me tell you now, you're doing yourself a disservice if you go through a difficult time. After saying something, you say something, you go through a difficult time, and your lesson is, they did this, something's wrong. Something is wrong. Wait a minute. What did you do? You know, this innocent me, I'll do, okay. You go on about that one. Do you think everybody moved away from you because they were the problem? You have someone on your show insulting God. You knew that man don't. That man insults God all the time. He speaks half, and you thought that's going to do? Interesting. Historic reality show we do daily Christian comedy. You go through a difficulty, and there is no lesson. Something's wrong. The pointing of the fingers is not going to get us there. But hey, what do we know?